Greetings everyone, this Fanboys Forever here. Today we have something really exciting for you. It's a world exclusive as far as I know. First video review of the DC Collectibles Reverse Flash action figure. Now, if you keep up with us on Facebook or any other place like that, then you'll know that The Flash had to be our absolute favorite TV show of last year, and of course at the beginning of this year as well. And it continues to impress, still just absolutely amazing. The standout character for the show, most fans would agree, the Reverse Flash. So this figure has been something that I've been waiting for a very long time, and when Amazon.com revealed an exclusive that I just happened to stumble upon last month, that was coming in December 2015, it was going to be a box set, as they tend to do with their exclusives for Blu-rays and things of that nature, that would include an early sample of the Reverse Flash action figure from DC Collectibles. The interesting thing, it's not quite the one that DC Collectibles has been showing in previews and at some of the toy shows. So without further ado, let's take a close look. And here we have Evil Incarnate itself, the Reverse Flash, aka Eobard Thawne. And wow, this looks absolutely fantastic. As I was saying in the intro video for this review, he is not exactly the same figure that we've been seeing in some of the previews from the toy shows. Most notably, as you can see, his eyes are red, as they were for almost every single time that the Reverse Flash appeared, only depowering once or twice when he fought the Green Arrow, and then in this season as well when you saw his eyes just for a second in normal mode. So most fans were upset that that action figure had normal eyes, and I'm very happy to say that here we have ours with the red eyes. So you're probably wondering, what do you mean Amazon exclusive box set? Well, this just came out a few days ago. Ordered it as quick as I could. It's the complete series Blu-ray set, as you can get, as a matter of fact. We just pull it out of the box here. As you can see, it's just the regular standard Blu-ray that you can get. Thankfully, I actually hadn't purchased it on Blu-ray yet, so for me, this was pretty cool. You can get this right now at Amazon.com with the figure for about $57. So, pretty good deal considering the figure would run you about $25 or so. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this thing out of its plastic. Alright guys, so it's time to have a closer look at the Reverse Flash himself, and let's check out all those awesome details. DC Collectibles has really spared no expense on the amount of sculpted detail that we have here. As you can see, there's these wonderful ridges on the abdomen. There's even the kind of bumpy texture that's on some of the shoulder pieces, on some of the arm pieces. There's the lightning bolts around the symbol. There's the harness that leads up to the mask. There's the chin strap. The neck piece is all correct. On the side, we have the little lightning bolt shoulder pads, just like the show. Connects right up there. It also really helps to make the articulation break up a little bit smoother, because those gaps really are in the costume for the most part. Down here, we have the little flash belt that he wears. It's pretty well just like Barry's. Over to the side, we have kind of the stitching in the outfit. Kind of leads up to the back here. There's little lines and ridges. Once again, more of that bumpy texture that I talked about. On the back of the mask, as you can see, we have lightning bolt lines that run up alongside it. A little bit of paint scuff on the top. On the sides, we do have the flash ears with the lightning bolts. I'll go to the side right here. Absolutely beautiful. The great thing is, this stuff is not reused from the other Flash figure. This is all brand new sculpting. As you can see, you got the tush piece right there. You got ridges on there. And then on the legs, the paint and the sculpt kind of bleed down into sort of a darker hue, and those look absolutely great. You have the pads on the knees, and then we have little red pieces on his little boots. Now, one of my favorite details is he's wearing the flash ring, so it's kind of hard to get my camera to focus in on it, but as far as I can tell, there's not really a lightning bolt or anything of that nature sculpted onto it. Just a little gold piece, but it's absolutely great that they would think to include it. I'm really fond about that. The paint apps are really great for the most part. As I talked about earlier, the thing that really makes this one special, as far as anybody knows, is the eyes are bright red, just like in the show. Whenever he'd fight the Reverse Flash, he would usually obscure his eyes and his body, and as he vibrated so quickly. So let's go ahead and have a look at the Reverse Flash's articulation scheme. Let's go from top to bottom. So his head can look down about that much and go up about this much, so it's not a whole lot of motion either way, but enough to get a good nod. Then off to the side, we can cock it a little bit either way. Always glad to see that. And of course, it can go all the way around. Of course, you don't need to see that, but that's kind of obvious at this point. His shoulders can go out this much, so that's about what we expect these days. The arms at the elbows can go up about that much, so almost to a 90-degree angle. course, the arms themselves can go up. Of course, with the shoulders, it makes them splay out a little bit. I could take them all the way around, but you know the drill. Now, with his elbows, they do have a swivel, so you can go all the way around. And then on the wrists, there's a hinge, so they can go up, they can go down, and of course, they can rotate all the way around. Now, on his chest, we have a diaphragm joint that can go forward about this much and go back about this much. So it's pretty good, not quite as good as the actual Flash figures though. Then it can go around this much all the way around, but you don't need to see that. At the waist, it can actually swivel, which is a joint I couldn't find on the original Flash figure. Maybe it was locked up or something on mine, but it never did work on mine, so I'm really glad to see it on Reverse Flash. He can do the splits about this much, and he can actually hold this pose thanks to some rocker ankles. Then his legs is the only part that I wish was a little bit more. It can go up about that much, but with DC Collectibles, that's about what we're used to these days. And then this one, you can make it go up about that much. I think that I'm going to be able to get these to go up even more after I work with them and kind of break the figure down over time. I think I did that with the original Flash, but that's how much I can get out of the box, pretty much. So then you've got double jointed knees. These go all the way, just like this, just like the Flashes. And then we have a cut in the thigh. Always happy to see that. That's an articulation points being eliminated. As you can see, when you move those, there's pure yellow there, so it's a little strange looking, but that's because it's yellow plastic with a black wash. Moving on down, there's actually a boot cut, just like the Flash. And then we have a hinge on the ankle, and you got ankle pivot. So sorry, Shardimus, I stole your thing just then. But yeah, overall, really great. He can hold a lot of great poses, and you don't have to worry about him falling over. So awesome. Reverse Flash, although a great figure, is not without a few little weaknesses here and there. For one thing, if you look closely in the folds of the elbows, you can already tell that there's a little bit of paint chipping going on right there. But that is just due to the nature of the kind of way that they did the paint with the black wash over yellow plastic. For me, it's pretty easily forgivable, but it's something that's happening with a lot of modern action figures right now. For the hinge pieces on the inside, like this one, the paint's starting to chip a little bit. As long as it's not on the main figure, I'm a happy camper. Down here, you can see a few little places where there's some other paint chips, and on the inside, just due to the virtue of this all being yellow plastic with a black wash over it, you can have some little spots. Same for these hinges here. But honestly, that can be so easily touched up with a little bit of black wash that it's not something that I would ever worry about. And on the back, you can see the paint seems to be, for the most part, pretty good. And here is yet a closer look at the Reverse Flash out of package. I have him standing side by side with his Flash Season 1 counterpart. And I gotta say, he looks absolutely phenomenal. As you can see, the Reverse Flash has just a little bit of an edge on the Flash in terms of height, and that is show accurate. So they look really great together, really complementary, no scale problems of any sort, so looks awesome. Here he is alongside the Mattel Jay Garrick Flash figure, and so it's a little bit of Season 2 action there for you. Here he is alongside what fans affectionately dubbed as the Cherry Berry figure from Mattel. And as you can see, he's a perfect match for other DC figures in the 7-inch scale, such as the Chris Reeves figure from NECA. As long as you can find one that's not broken in package. Lastly, here he is alongside Junior. This is the reaction figure for the Reverse Flash, and as you can see, there's quite a difference there. I think I know which one I'd rather go with. Overall, the Reverse Flash is just an absolutely wonderful figure. Now, even though we don't get any accessories whatsoever with this release, since it comes in the box with the Blu-ray set, I still absolutely love it. I don't really need any accessories with Reverse Flash. It's not like he actually uses any instruments or anything like that. Aside from his little power harness, the actual version that's going to be coming out here in a couple of months, or actually I guess probably 3 or 4 months from now, it's going to come with that, and I'll be happy to get it then. You know, the Reverse Flash is a character I love so much that I'll be happy to buy the character multiple times. But still, if you're like me and you absolutely love the Flash and you can't wait to own this awesome figure, go ahead and get it now, because this may be the only way we can get him with the red eyes. So just an absolutely great figure. As you can see, he's wearing his Flash suit ring there on one hand, and just absolutely awesome.